Low-key, the light in here is terrible. Conor. What's up, man? Oh, that's more like it. I like that. Hope everybody's good. I'm waiting for some more people to join. Young legend, buddy Brian. I'm a pin that, John. Man. Okay, so we got 335 in here. Are you going through an identity crisis? A crisis? I wouldn't say it's a crisis. I'm just, becoming... I don't know. I'm just becoming me, and it's really nice. Let me see if there's anybody I know in here. No, not yet. I'll be in LA July 7th for like a week. You better be there. I'm gonna try my best. Explain these colors. Explain these colors. Y'all wanna know, huh? Man. I mean, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So, I don't know. Y'all have clearly seen. I just want to let a lot of you know that I've been paying attention to a lot of the fan, edits and the posts that you guys are making, the theories about, what's going on. And I want to say y'all are smart as shit. Y'all are really smart, and it's a little, marketing tactic that I wanted to try out to see, if it was effective and if it would work, and it has. And you guys are able to pick up on the things that I, want you to hear want you to see, understand without me having to actually tell you, which is really, really dope. It's really cool. So, I don't know, man. I'm just, how do I say this? It's, I don't know. There's something that's been it's been on my mind the last couple months. And, I've talked about self-confidence and self-love a lot. That's something I really wanted to touch on. And there's just a lot of things that you guys should know, basically. And I hope you're okay. I am super okay. When we were in Wisconsin, there was somebody who asked me, they were like, hey, is everything all right? Like, your tweets, blah, blah, blah. Look, I mean, here's the thing, is, I'm good. I'm super good. Best I've ever been. But that doesn't mean that, I'm going through a transition right now. And this transition is starting with just the stuff that, has always been with me, and, that I may have, pushed to the side for a minute. Kind of being open to something as simple as me, just dressing the way that I want to dress, and being myself, and being wearing fucking jerseys even though I'm fucking skinny as shit. That's the shit that I like to do. That's who I am. And it's something so simple as that. But there's a lot more deeper things about me that I think it's at the end of the day, man, I just want to be open and honest with all of you. And it takes a lot of guts to be yourself. It takes a lot of guts. And a lot of people want to shame you for it too. And a lot of people let that shit get to them when they are themselves, and not somebody doesn't like that. People take that as, oh shit, I'm me as a person is not good enough. So I know that people, I'm not the only one who goes through that. Everybody goes through that, which is why I'm talking about it. So, yeah, she said if y'all get me, can y'all get him a Warriors jersey? Man, if y'all want to get me jerseys, I'm super open to it. If you do, like an XL, maybe. XL or a large. I love these as of recent. Actually, I just found out that the owner of this brand is from Cleveland, and I think that's really cool. So it's something for something dope for the city. Okay, Mike, the swag is going crazy. Yo, Mikey, my fucking boy, man. Do not wear a Warriors jersey. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I probably shouldn't wear a Warriors jersey. I don't think I want to. I respect Steph Curry, but I don't know, man. I gotta rep my city. I don't know, man. Be you, ain't no one gonna be better than yourself. It's so true. So true. And, I feel like if I'm gonna preach about all of this stuff, about me, about, if I want people to, start loving themselves and be confident with themselves, that means I have to do the same thing, and I have to lead by example. If I'm gonna come on here and be preaching this message, it's I gotta practice what I preach, and the only way I can do that is by sharing with you guys, stuff that's very personal to me, stuff that is really weighed on me a lot of my life. So yeah, that's it. So the colors, all y'all's theories. I mean, there's a common theory, and let me just say, y'all are dope as hell for picking up everything I do is calculated, and it's really sick seeing you guys, when just know what's going on, man. It's so cool. She was in here, man. So you're gonna tell us or what? No, I'm not gonna tell you. No. If you know the theories and you know what's going on. What is the theory? Is this a celebration of Pride Month? No, it's not a celebration of Pride Month, but I did pick up some clothes today. I picked up some socks and some my boy, actually, his name's Schwy_. He has a brand called Stop the Hate, and he released a Pride collection, and he sent me some stuff. So at some point I'm gonna be posting in that stuff, and I'll probably have the socks too. Because shit's important, man. You gotta stand for something. You got a platform. You gotta I just see it as us kids, us teenagers who have these platforms. We should our generation right now is eventually gonna be the one that's kind of making the decisions. So I feel it's so important to spread just messages and make everyone feel they're good. You know what I mean? Everyone feel they're validated, and everyone feel they have a purpose, they have a voice, regardless of how your body or your mind, how the conditions that you're born in, something that we can't control. So it's so crazy how it ties to, oh my goodness. Can you cover Press by Cardi B? I actually don't know that song. Love the beanie. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yo, I should take a fucking flick in this outfit. This shit is fucking fire. How are you so wise? How are you so wise? That's an interesting question. That's a good question. Now, the word wise. Look, I don't think that I'm, some guru or sensei or anything, like, but I do pride myself in my willingness to learn and grow, no matter what. I have this, like, there's a saying that I don't know who said this, but every loss is a lesson. So when people say, "Oh, I took an L," it's like you took a lesson, man. You gotta learn from that shit and bounce back every single time. That's how you gotta go through life. So, all these things. I don't know. I got off track, but it's a bit controversial. But how do you feel about the abortion laws? To be honest, I'm not fully educated. I know that there's certain instances, certain things that have happened that I don't agree with at all, and that's why I've posted what I've posted. My whole thing is, like, if I'm going to speak on something, I should know what I'm talking about, and I should be educated, and I should have a lot of backup in what I'm saying. I feel a certain way, but I don't want to project those feelings if they're not backed up by, factual evidence. I feel a certain way about it, and I've shown that already. And I think I feel the way that everyone else, or most of you guys, are probably feeling. But if I'm going to speak on it, because I have this many people, tuning in to hear me, and, like, they really respect my opinion, it's like I got to make sure that I know. That's why I don't get into politics either, because I'm not really, like I know sort of what's going on. I know these separate instances, but I'm not really aware of, like, everything, so I can't really, like, speak on it. Can you make raps about society? Man, you got no idea what's in store for you. You got no idea. Let's talk about how fire our popper was at Cheese Fest, though. That was fire. Beanie Boy, Jacob Boy. Oh, by the way, I was going to post about this soon, but if you guys are, fans of me, I would appreciate if y'all would check out my friend Jacob Sartorius, his new EP he dropped. It's like I've heard this kid, just play me a lot of his new stuff that he's working on. That's so much different. He's going through a same transition as a lot of us are, of, like, trying to be himself and show himself to the world. And I think that he's going in a really good direction on this new EP. And I think y'all would like it, so you should check him out, first of all. Regardless of anything, I feel like there isn't any need for discrimination whatsoever. Okay. See, I can't speak on that. Baby. 17%. That's the time I wash and dry mix. Boom, boom, ba-da-da-da-da-da. I should sample that. You said you got a new remix coming out when you're in Hawaii. Where's that? That's a good question. So, no, I was working on something, a big project of an artist that I really am inspired by. And, one of the members on my team actually explained it to me perfectly. It was like, I was focusing on everything besides the music. I was focusing on the video and the visuals and the concept first, before I wrote what was the best verse that came out of my heart, I guess. And it's not like it's bad. It's just, when I wrote Do or Die, when I wrote Lucky You, I had those feelings of, like, like, this is something I've had in my head, and I just got this out of me, and now it's out there, and, like, I feel like released weight off my shoulders. I didn't feel that weight off my shoulders when I wrote this. So, new remixes, I'm working on a lot. I'm working on a lot of just music in general, but above anything, I'm working on just letting life inspire me right now, because a lot of people, young artists or just artists in general, they go through these periods where they feel like they can't create, but they also feel like they need to create. They're like, man, like I'm an artist, I'm a singer, I'm a rapper, I need to be writing, I need to be doing this. But if you don't have anything to say, you shouldn't be talking, like it's just empty noise, it's just extra shit just in the air. So what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of waiting, taking my time to find new things to inspire me, new things to write about, new ways to talk about things that I've gone through. I'm back home right now. There's a reason I'm not in LA. The rest of the guys, they're in LA. Sergio and Chance and them, they're working on some music, which is super sick. And I felt like, because we basically had a period of time where we got to choose like where we went. And, the guys went to LA, and I was like, I'm gonna go back to my hometown because I want to hang out with my friends. I want to be at the place where like everything was founded for me, the foundation of where I started, where I started. And because to tell you the truth, guys, like I don't get to see my friends or family like very many times a year. And on one hand, I'm very grateful for that, because that means that all these other great things are happening that mean that I can, go out and do my thing with the guys, and it's amazing. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. But at the same time, it's easy to lose those connections and lose those relationships. Not lose them, but they're not as strong because you're not around them, and that's just a fact. And so it's so, like, right now I've realized the importance of coming back and being, being a part of everyone's life and seeing where everybody's at, and like talking to my sisters, talking to my brothers, talking to my parents, and my friends. I was just at a party with my friends from high school the other night, and it was like so weird seeing everybody, and like, cause it's weird, man. Like on one hand, you go off, and like when I was in high school, I was really close friends with a lot of people. And then as soon as the show happened, as soon as the band started going, I was only back for like Christmas, Thanksgiving, and all my friends went to college. So even if I was back, like it wasn't like high school where everyone was still home. So I don't know, man. It was kind of hard to come back because on one hand, I didn't want people to think that I was like cocky or arrogant. I didn't want to like come back and say, oh, look at all this great stuff that's happening. Look at this. Like, I'm doing this. I met this person and all that. Like, I didn't want to do that. And I felt like that was, like, I don't know. I just felt like that would come off the wrong way. But what I realized is that the people home, like, they deserve to hear, like, what's going on about me. And, like, that makes them feel a weird way if I'm not open to talking about it, because I'm sure that they're so curious, And yeah, like that's kind of what I've been going through. Just like I'm coming back, like reestablishing my relationships and connections with my old friends, and not my old friends, but my current friends that I haven't seen in a while, and learning from them, because they've gone on a separate journey. They've gone to college, and I'm doing this. That doesn't make me better than them. That just means that my brain is wired a different way, and my perseverance and drive is centered on a different road. Like I'm on a different path than them, and so is every single other person, regardless if you go to college. Like even if you are in college, you're not the same as the other kids who are going to college. Like everyone has their own path. I happen to be part of the weird like percentage of kids who end up doing something with music in this day and age. Now I believe that eventually it's going to become easier and easier. With the internet, it's become so easy for artists to break, and like someone like me, to have a platform at this age would be unheard of 20 years ago. Just as the same way that people didn't think Justin Bieber would be what he was when he was 16. Now I think that in 10 years and 20 years, it's going to get even crazier. You're going to have these, your Billie Eilish is a perfect example. She's somebody who, is like really doing this. Like, it's so crazy. it's super inspirational. It just kind of shows me like what every generation has a different way of innovating the world around them, and what our generation is doing right now is we're showing young people that, you know, the possibilities are really endless, and it's really like you can really do like all the shit that you set your mind to because of this tool that we have called the internet. So man, it's insane. It's insane. And a lot of what I'm trying to like get at with all this is like like I have like there's a lot of, and obviously I also don't blame, one of the things I want to get across is I don't blame teachers or parents for, you know, not understanding what all of this is, because that's not how they grew up. They didn't grow up with the internet like we did. We grew up and, you know, I grew up and I had a home phone like in my house, and now that's like unheard of. Like no one has a home phone. Like everyone's got their own cell phones. And it's just like the way that the world's evolving and all this stuff. It's like, think about how even crazier it's gonna get. Like I don't even know, man. It's just crazy. Can't wait for your TED Talk. I cannot wait for my TED Talk, man. That's gonna be like that's gonna be one of the most full circle moments of my life, because I know what's gonna happen. That's the thing. One of the things I wanna teach you guys, man, is that like to set your goals, you know, your ultimate goals, and write them down. Because what you're doing by writing them down, and if you really believe and you really want this shit, you naturally base your standards of living off of those goals. So for me to say I want to win a Grammy in 5 years, then right now I have that in my head subconsciously, whether I'm thinking about it all the time or not. But if I really want that, I think that's an achievable, feasible goal in 5 years, I'm going to work my ass off subconsciously, naturally, to do what is going to get me to those things. And I have so much time, but if I have that thought in my head, so you can set these goals and you can be like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, and naturally you're gonna look for those opportunities to pursue those paths. Like it's not even a thing that you have to consciously think about. It's not like, it's like little mind hacks, man. Little mind hacks. I could go on forever about these things, but truth of the matter is I just, you know, I just believe in people. I believe in everybody. I think that everybody has something incredible about them, and I think that we should all play to our strengths, because that's what's gonna make us incredible. Man, like I remember I've been talking a lot about, you know, school recently, and I think the concept of there's a lot of things in elementary school that we do, in kindergarten and first grade and like so on, that seem to kind of be forgotten and pushed aside as you get older. You know, the concept of show and tell, I think, is very important, because this is an opportunity for kids, every single kid in the classroom, to share something important, special, something that's going on in their life, something that they're really inspired by, and the other students get to watch that kid shine and share like the stuff that means a lot to them. And when you do that, you build this connection, this community of students together, and everybody feels like they're special because they all have that one thing that they can like hold on to. And like, I just mean the idea of show and tell. I don't mean that like in high school we all have to bring something or any of that. It's just there's a lot of things that people are doing that are not paid attention to, and there's so much diversity within a classroom of so many different talents. And it's like, I just feel like, and you know, like kids like me, I'm not asking a teacher to believe in my dreams of being a rapper. You don't have to help me. You're not supposed to help me. If there was a rap class at school, I would hate that shit. I would. But the thing is I would love if a teacher was like gave everybody an opportunity to share with what they're doing in their life or something. Like if like, you know, just as much as they stress, you know, importance on the all A honor roll kids, like if they did, you know, for kids like me or kids like less about just athletes and less about, because it's either athletes or all A honor roll kids who are getting into a crazy college. Like that's really what the emphasis is on in at least the schools that I grew up in. So like give kids a platform to show what they can do, man. Like, you know, it's so funny, and I don't want this to sound like a diss or anything, but it's not a diss to the people, it's a diss to the system, because, you know, I was one of the kids who wasn't so hot in school. You know, I left my junior year to do online stuff not because of any weird reason. I couldn't handle the environment, and I really needed to do something that was to just get it done. And I was in a mode of desperation where I really wanted to make this music thing work. So, like, I don't know, man. Kids, teachers, like, people kind of would look down on me for it, and people would make fun of me, like, oh, like he thinks he's like better than us, because I'm like, no, I don't think I'm better than anybody. This is out of my desperation. Like, I need to do this, or else I'm gonna fall behind. I will not survive in college. I will not do that. Like, me personally, not you. You will do great. I get it. But for you to tell me that I'm like acting a certain way, but I am acting a certain way. I'm acting like myself. I'm trying to save myself, man. And then I do the shit, right? I win a national TV show on ABC. This is the most crazy thing anyone could have thought of, like, for a kid like me, how I was in school. And people didn't want to, you know, like, it was my counselor, his name's Mr. Peak, one of the greatest, like, period in my life. He had to fight for my local magazine to publish an article about me, because, you know, it was so stressed. Like, there was such a stress on grades and like academic achievements, and it's like you have a kid who's not doing so well, but he can go out and he can win a reality TV show and win over a fan base through his message and through, you know, his talents. But you don't want to talk about that, you know? He had to, like, physically email them, and he was like, look, there should be more emphasis on this. And it's not for me personally. It's not for me at all. The thing about it is it's for the kids who are like me. You know what I mean? It's for the other kids, so they don't feel crazy, so they feel like, oh, there's somebody who I can, like, he's an example of someone who's like me. Like, maybe there's another kid who doesn't feel like they fit in. But if the kids who are getting A's are being, like, praised and rewarded, which they should be, but also don't discredit the people who are doing the other things, and especially when there's something so significant. That's all I really gotta say, man. I mean, I got 10% left, and I don't want to make this too long, but there's just a lot that's going on in my brain right now. There's a lot swarming through my head, and it's like sometimes, man, like, if you all see my tweets, like, it's hard to deal with it. It's hard because there's so much pressure on me right now, and it's a really great type of pressure, because pressure makes diamonds, and that's facts. Like, just, you gotta stick through the pressure. All pressure is pushing you towards one thing, and it's like, you gotta get this, man. You gotta get this. That's all it is. So, in my head, you know, it's hard. It's, like, so intense sometimes. Like, I feel like, oh my goodness, like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know, like where am I at, man? Like, I'm experiencing this is my first time experiencing stuff like anxiety, like, just sitting and being, like, overwhelmed and, like, feeling like, oh my goodness, like how is this gonna, like, like there's so much weighing on me, basically, and that's kind of what I said. But and at the end of the day, like, there are so many people who go through exactly what I'm going through, man. And also, one of the things I always tell people is you're not special. You're not special in the sense where, when I say you're not special, now some people could take that the wrong way. What I mean is the stuff that you're going through, whatever you're going through, there's a million other people who are going through the same shit. Now, what makes people different is the pattern in which they grow up. So you may, like, if you go through something, there's probably another kid who goes through the same thing. Like, that's what I mean. It's like, we're not special in the sense where, like, this shit has happened before. This shit is normal. You can deal with it. Your life's not over. The world's not ending. But you know what makes us special is how we deal with it. And there's so many things that make us special. And I don't want this to, like, it may sound a little confusing, but our feelings our struggles are not special. I think that's what I'm trying to get at, sort of. That's something I've been thinking about. And I may not have the right words for it right now, but I hope you guys understand, like, the core of what I'm saying. Like, it's like, you can't pity yourself. You can't think that you're the only one going through whatever you're going through. Whatever you're going through. Whatever it is. Trust me, there's another kid out there. And my whole thing that I'm going through right now is that exactly. It's like, I've kept certain things, you know, from my public persona, from my public figure, because I felt like all these are such personal things, but at the end of the day, they're not personal. They're not personal because all I'm doing is not helping the people who I could truly help if I put these things out there. If I tell people, you know, the shit that I go through, the shit that, like, gets to my head, I gotta let people know I'm human. I gotta let people know that I'm someone that they can, you know, relate to. So, yeah. I don't know if that all makes sense. So when is the color thing going to be complete? Well, you got to understand that there's a significant day that it's leading up to. That's all I'm going to say. Tell us uncertain. Uncertainty makes me miserable. Yeah, you know, but it's okay to be uncertain. You know, that's also you gotta understand. What's up, Tati? I miss you too. You always end up playing a short live, but ends up being much longer than you anticipated. I always go for the full hour, yo. I'm always like, yo, I'm gonna be on here real quick, and then I end up going on for the whole time. Yo, that's so funny. That's some clowning shit. You're a creator. I am a creator, but we're all creators, man. We're all innovators. I don't know if, like, because creators is such a box. Like, I don't know, like, people use the term creator only to describe like musicians or painters or like whatever it may be. But the truth is, like, if you're constantly coming up with ideas and new ways of innovating and changing the world around you, you're an innovator. You're a creator. Like, those are the most creative people. Kells is doing colors too. Man, I'm telling y'all, I can't wait for the Kells album. I mean, that shit's just gonna be fire, dude. Like, I'm so proud to be a fan of him and, like, seeing, like, everything he's been through over the last couple of years, man. Crazy. So thankful for our advice. It helps me so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Y'all going to the Bay Area this summer? I'm not sure. Look, I don't, like, when we know, y'all will know. Any advice for an aspiring rapper? You know, one of the things I've been doing recently is talking to people. And I've been able to create breakthroughs within some people who are significant to my life. I'm not going to tell you how to be a better rapper, but I will tell you how to be a better person. in everything, whatever you want to do, you have to trust yourself and you have to be the purest form of yourself. This is why I tell y'all to write 3 pages a day, because there's so much junk and bullshit that's in your brain. I wanna break something down for y'all real quick. So I have this little metaphor, analogy, whatever you want to call it. You got a backpack, right? You're going through the school year, and you start with, only what you need: your pencils, your books. You got a textbook in there, and you're good. Like, everything's organized, and you start your day. First day of school, first week goes by. You got some assignments, but you're good. You can handle it. Couple weeks go by, months go by, second semester hits. You got a bunch of shit in there. Now, some people are really organized, but this applies to your mind right now, so keep in mind. You got a bunch of shit in there that has been building up that you might not even know is in there. Because I know for me, when I have my backpack, like, there's mad like crumpled up papers, broken pencils, like shredded erasers, like straight up junk in there. First of all, there's straight up junk, but also, you may have assignments that you haven't turned in, that you haven't really gotten to, and you might have to do them last minute, but they're just buried in there. So you don't really know what's in your backpack. Like, that there's a bunch of shit in there, but you don't exactly know. Like, I have this, and on this paper there's this, and you're not paying attention to the details. You just know there's a bunch of shit in there. And so when you are thinking, when you're going through your life, and you have all this shit building up, all these, like, every single day, you're fed constantly new information every single day, and it piles up. A lot of it gets buried. And a lot of it turns dirty and nasty. And you start having these thoughts. But the problem is that we don't want to shine light on those thoughts because we're scared of them. We don't think that they are worthy to be accepted by us. So you may think something, but you'll be like, oh, that's a bad thought. Like, I don't want to do that. So when I say write 3 pages a day, you are emptying your backpack. You are putting everything that is on the backpack on the table. If you guys have ever cleaned out your backpack, which I'm sure you have, you take that shit and you dump it out, and you're like, oh shit, okay, now I can see everything, right? I can see everything that's going on inside of there. Now that I see it, there's all this junk right here that can go in the trash. First of all, gone. Second of all, maybe this assignment right here that I've been keeping in my head for long, I need to just finish that and get it done. And, like, you know what I mean? And once you can do that, like, you gotta do the same thing with your thoughts. That's why I say write every day, because it flushes out all that bullshit and it lets you see exactly what you're saying. Stream of consciousness, free hand, be honest with yourself, be honest with your thoughts. It will help you, I promise. Fit is fine, Michael. I miss you. I miss you too, Lauren. I don't know when I'm going to be back in LA, but we'll link up, get it popping. Oh, yeah. Yo, by the way, guys, Lauren just dropped a new music video with her new song, so go check that out. She's a good friend of mine. What the fuck, that's so wise. Anyways, guys, look, I'm telling y'all, like, I would never, ever tell you guys to do something that I didn't think would truly help you. So, that's exactly what it is, man. Woo! I'm telling you, I've been in the lab, I've been in my cave, just, like, grinding and, like, thinking of a bunch of shit, like on some Yoda shit. Like, I've been in Dagobah, just, like, chilling, like, learning about the Force. Like, it's all a metaphor. You owe me my first tat, so will you come with me to get it? I mean, I would love to be there. You know what I really want to do one day is I want to tattoo something on somebody. I want to give somebody a tattoo. The 3 pages thing has helped me. I've been doing it for a month already. Thank you, dude. Yo, thank you for doing it. Like, thank you so much. Because truly, man, it's something that's helped me so much, and that's why I stress it, like, to you guys. Like, all I want to do is help. That's my purpose in life. That's my goal. It's not to be a millionaire. It's not to do all this shit. Like, I don't need any awards or acclamations. Like, I want to help people. And I want to get to the biggest level possible, because if I'm at the biggest level possible, then I can help the most people possible. Because I feel like we're in a crucial time where, you know, a lot of the youth needs to hear this. I have a line, and this will come out eventually. I have a line in this rap that says, when I inspire a kid and they sell out arenas, that's when I'll be done with this shit. And what I mean by that is, when my message has inspired somebody else to cause me to pass the baton, pass the fucking torch on to him, and have him lead the next generation group of kids, him or her, whoever, that's when I'll have fulfilled what I've done. Because my whole goal is to inspire a whole generation of people to make this world a better place 50 years from now. The same way, you know, people like Gandhi or Martin Luther King, you know, Martin Luther King may have not ended segregation and racism like during his time while he was alive, but look at where we're at 50 years from now compared to where we were. There's been a significant progress because of the impact that he made. So I guess that's my goal. That's my dream. I want to be one of those people to really influence the next generation of kids and really put something out there that's like put something out there that can resonate with people and like inspire them to just lead the next thing. Because, you know, this world's not a perfect place, but it's up to us to change that. And I can't sit here and think that I'm not worthy enough to try. You know, maybe I don't do it, but I'm going to work my ass off and I'm going to try my hardest. And I may not know all the answers right now, but I'm going to work so fucking hard to find them. And that's the important part, man. It's just like, I set myself these goals. I want to be one of these people. I look up to people like that so much, and that's all I want. I listen to I listen to all these people. I listen to, you know, what Martin Luther King had to say, and like the way that he was able to affect people with his words and really show them the power of what he was talking about, and really made a difference too. Not just talk about it, he made a difference. And that shit is, and that's all I want to do, man. Like those people like that, those are my idols. People like Nipsey Hussle, people like Jay-Z. Nipsey Hussle, somebody who all he wanted, man, was to show people the books, show people the tools of success. All he wanted was to, you know, tell people, like give people, like, his name is Nipsey Hussle, man. He just wanted kids to work hard and like be great. That's all he wanted, dude. And you know, it sucks. It's so unfortunate that people like him, people like Martin Luther King, have to die for people to understand the significance of their message. You know, Big Sean was talking earlier. I saw on his Instagram, he was talking about communication. I thought it was really, really interesting what he was saying. He said, you know, something as tragic as Nipsey's death was something that could have been easily communicated. It could have been worked out with a conversation. We don't have to, you know, we don't have to lose these kings, these idols, these role models over some dumb shit. You know, not only killing a man, you're killing a whole bloodline. You're tarnishing a family. You're taking away so much. Like, people don't understand the significance of a life, and that's what Big Sean was saying. And I thought that was really, really powerful and something really great. And it sucks, man. It sucks that these people have to be looked at as almost like examples. Like, you know, someone like him dying and people being like, oh, like, we should do this, like, we should do this better. It's like, it shouldn't have to get to that point, man. It should. I don't want to see any more rappers just dying, or artists, just people in general. Especially the ones who are really trying to help people. Especially those ones, because he was one of the people, he gave back more than anybody, man. I mean, I shouldn't say more than anybody, I don't know. But all I know is he gave back a lot. He really cared about it. So, Honestly, I need a wise friend like you to be motivated every day to help change the world. Look, man, I got a responsibility here. I have a power of reaching people and affecting people with my words and inspiring people, and I've realized that. I've come to terms with it, and I think that I have to use that power and I have to be responsible for it. As like, cliche superhero movie as it sounds, man. Like, there's clearly people who really resonate with what I say, and for me to stop using my voice because of people who don't resonate with it is doing a disservice to everybody. Like, I'm here to help people, man, and if I ever have any insight, I never speak on anything I don't know, like I said before, but if I do have something I know. So when did you start doing 3 pages every morning? I started doing the 3 pages on Christmas last year, or 2018. So I've been doing it ever since. And you know what? Sometimes I miss days. Not because, I like consciously forget. Sometimes I don't prepare myself for those mornings, you know what I mean? Sometimes I have to wake up hella early and I don't want to wake up that extra hour before and write. But that's something that I'm still dealing with. So I also want you guys to know that when you're doing this, when you're writing, you don't put so much pressure on yourself to commit to it. You have to understand why it helps you first. And by doing that, I would say the first step to going on that path is just to write any time of the day. Just try it. Try it first, as many pages as it takes. You don't have to do 3. You can do however many you want, but you have to do it freestyle, off the head, like the same way that rappers will spit off the head. You got to do that. You don't know what you're going to say next. You're just saying it. You're not planning out. You're not trying to use grammar. You're not being grammatically correct. You're not erasing. There's no eraser when you do this. There's no crossing out. So, yeah. That's all I'm going to fucking say about the 3 pages right now, because you got to do that shit. It clears your mind. Exactly what it filters out. It makes you analyze your thoughts, put them all on the table. I wrote a verse about that recently. I would call you Conor, but I'm not allowed to do that because I don't deserve it, because I've been a fan for like 6 to 8 months. That doesn't matter, yo. It doesn't matter how long you've been a fan. If you identify with what I'm saying, if you identify with the message that I carry, you can look to me as who I am. And I invite you all to do that. If you really resonate with what I talk about and who I am, call me accordingly. Not to offend you, because it's almost a compliment, but you look a little bit like a girl, I know. Hey, it's all good, man. There's some beautiful girls out in the world. And, it's all good, man. Don't apologize. I'll take it as a compliment. She really inspired me so much. See, you know what I mean? Like, clearly I'm making a difference in some people's lives, and that's the shit that keeps me going, or else I wouldn't be doing these lives. Like, I don't know if there's anybody, because I haven't really seen any, real negative feedback besides someone popping in saying a stupid comment every once in a while, but for the majority, it seems like a lot of you who are joining these lives resonate with what I'm saying. So, all I wanna say is, like, you guys are like the sole reason that any of this shit means anything. Like, any of it. I found my old songs the other day. You guys want to hear? You guys want to hear my old shit when I was 15? Nah, that one's whack, dog. I have like, I don't even know if I want to play this shit just because it's like, it's so like in my head it's like so bad. It's so bad. It's like shit. But you know, it's there's something beautiful about the process and about the growth that I've had. And only it's been 4 years. Charging your phone? Yeah, I am actually. Dude, I was so bad. I can't even, like, I'm so embarrassed. Like right now, dead ass. I'm so embarrassed. Maybe I'll play you guys some beats I made when I was when you know, back in the days. Some fucking beats, dude. One day, like, I'm just gonna take you guys, like, when I have like one day I'm gonna take you guys through my old GarageBand stuff, like the old stuff that I used to do that was just so shitty that I thought was like, I think I made this when I was 15. It's so geeky. Yeah. Man, I'm rapping on this beat, man, I'm talking Beethoven, and I'ma do this shit, and you know the game's over. I feel like Jehovah, man, I'm talking Jay-Z. You know I spit these bars off the mind, it's never lazy, crazy. I ain't talking as fuck. If you talking to me, man, I'm like, turn up for what? And I don't know what's up, but I just do it, and I'm chilling in the cut. Know I'm getting all this shit, but it never is enough, cause I got it and I spit it so quick. You know, I hear him talking, I don't really give a shit, cause I'm one of the next, I'm one of the best out. Know that I remember back in high school I was stressed out. Now I'm feeling blessed now because I got the jersey with it. Know I be shooting 30 like I got Curry with it. You know on the mic, man, I'm Jordan. Know I got the mic, and on the mic, man, I'm touring with my motherfucking boys that we in real life. Yeah, and man, it feels so right, cause I just know it's so real life. I don't even talk though, know that I just paint these pictures like I was Pablo Picasso. Driving slow like I was Ye, know that I'ma do it off of the mind, and it's so cray, man, I'm feeling like Jay. Better watch the throne, and I'm not a gangster like Al Capone. I'm a machine gun Kelly, know that I just got it and I'm ready. Know that I'ma make them fall just like confetti. It ain't, I gotta aim steady, you know I'm going off the top and they ain't ready. I don't really care, but I know that I gain plenty. Something like that, I don't know. This is my old shit. Man, this is my old shit. Off top with the flow shit. I don't really care, man, you know that I'm staying focused. Ain't no time for bogus, staying really motivated. I don't really care, man, all these rhymes that I've been cultivating. I know they hate it, I'm most hated. It's never debated, it's one of the greatest. You know that I just do it, I ain't never lacking the patience. You know I got the time for this. You know what, I really gotta shine with this. I'm on my grind like a skater. Don't really care, I'm so I'm in the dark like Vader. I got a lightsaber, and I don't ever really like haters. Know that I'ma do this shit, you know I'm really dope clean, and I don't really care, man, I just got a list of dreams. I don't fucking know. Try this one. This is all off the top, by the way. This is all freestyle. Like some of y'all, and like this is the thing, like I can do that because I'm writing, because I'm pouring out all my thoughts. I can think clearly, I can put my shit together. Oh, that's some old school shit. Yeah. Oh, I don't know, this one's kinda slow. Flow, you know I'm a rap hero. No, I went from 100 to 0. I've been below, I'm like D-Rose. Play the game and I got the cheat code. No, I feel like I'm Marshawn, man. I just rap in beast mode. I shootin' free throws cause I'm easy with it. You know I keep it crisp, but I ain't talking breezy with it. And I be straight to the bank. Gas me up because you know I'm the tank. The boy so fly, man, I got all this shit on my mind. You know that I just gotta spit it divine. Rigorous mind, vigorous mind, ridiculous grind. And I don't even care, I don't even have to finish the rhyme. I take these rappers, rip it apart, cause these rappers spit these freestyles but ain't finished the thought. And I don't even care. You better beware. And all these MCs in the game, they better be scared. Better prepare, cause you know a storm's coming. And I don't really care, man, I never, I don't know. Bottom is written, I don't really care. You know it's never option, I'm winning. And I be popping like this, I don't really gotta stop it like this. And I gotta keep it so quiet, cause people sleeping upstairs. And my sister's downstairs, she about to graduate tomorrow. And I don't really care, I got a brain that's full of sorrow and hollers like I got hollow tips. I don't really got that shit, I don't really care. But you know that I feel like Popovich. Man, I'm coaching y'all, I don't really care, man, I be going hard. Motherfuckers know I'm ripping that flow apart. I'm in a prison, I'm in a porn bar, I'm in a porn bar, like a pull a bar. I really gotta pull this. I don't know, man. I gotta find some beats. I'm going off. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. I'm out for dead. See, I'm not satisfied with any type of success, making sure that I'm consistent with the time that is left. People praying that I fail, man, that's just what they expect. I was taught to chase dreams, never live with regrets. It's a common misconception that we're forever young. It gives a better perception of what is yet to come. So many things are never done right. You gotta go through long nights to see the sun rise. Yeah. Oh man. The president's in my residence. Every time I'm on the mic, you know I'm spitting elegant. Feeling like Obama, where I feel just like the president. Presidential flow and the presidential nose. I don't even really care, I just know the thought that flows out of my head. And off of the beat, you know I got to do this shit. And know I'm off of the street. Back to the lab and back to the basement. And all it really took was grinding and patience. I'm looking at my idols and feeling adjacent. Logic said, man, I got it from out of the basement. And now I'm in the attic. Flow so dope, man, you would think I was an addict. I'm at the party, ain't no democratic. And I don't really care, I hit you with the static. It's really tragic, I'm in the attic. And I really said that once, I said it twice. And I don't really care, I take a chance or roll the dice. And I just gotta swipe, but I don't never check the price. Man, that's a flex, and I ain't talking about that shit, cause that is not me. I ain't never cocky, but if you're really calling me, then you should try to stop me. You should try to boss me up, but you can never do that. You know that I just do it, and I really gotta move back. Back where I am, back in my home. I'm back in my zone, and I'm really on this shit. I got a mind of my own, I had to grind on my own. I had to do this with my own rules. She dragging balls like I was Goku, like I don't even know you. This shit is just Pro Tools, you know I got the green, I ain't talking about the produce. And I just do the shit, it's off of the mind. I do this shit all the time, cause y'all don't even know that this shit is off of the brain. Know the flow heavy like the shit was just off of the chain. I got the chain, I got the shit like on my beanie. You know I know that last summer saw me on the TV. I'm up in 3D and you pop it in just like a CD. You know that all these talking shit, but they just wanna be me. They wanna see me and they hear me spitting heat. Know that I'ma do this shit and I'll be spitting in the street. Walking down the road, like I don't really care. They hopping on it like a toad. You know I gotta keep the shit new, it's never old. You know I'm like the fine print, but man I'm feeling bold. Like I don't even know, like I don't even know that. You know I gotta paint the picture perfect like a Kodak. You know I write these rhymes up on my notepad. This shit is composition, now I'm going off the head, killing all of my competition. It ain't no opposition, it ain't no contradiction. You know that you can try to stop me, you can't stop the mission. And you can't block the vision, because I see shit. Haters riding waves, man, you would think that they was seasick. I'm in the front like a prefix, you eat shit. Y'all be falling down and I don't talk about no defense. This is self-defense and I got 17 seconds left. 16, 15, know that I just spit it clean. Gotta do it up for the mind and I spit your Listerine. Dream team Jordan and I'm balling with it. You know it's 7-7.